Okay, what is a histogram? It's actually a picture representation of the distribution, so it's the pattern that your data follows. And I have an image of a histogram for something that I was cared about quite a bit over the past few weeks, because I found a soft tissue mass on my abdominal wall. And there was a period of time between the ultrasound and the CAT scan, which I had yesterday, where they didn't know what it was. And the bad thing is, if you have a little bit of knowledge, you can look beyond WebMD. You can go directly to PubMed and look at statistics. And so one of the things I did was kind of narrow down the things that that soft tissue mass could be, narrowed down what could be malignant, and then I went and looked at data and aggregates of data. So one of the things it could have been is a metastasized lymphoma. And so what would be my probability of having that? Those are questions that I was asking. And what you can see here is a pattern. So on the x-axis they have age. On the y-axis they have rate per 100,000. So this is kind of like a frequency of how often people were diagnosed with lymphoma in this age bin. And what you see is two bumps. So this doesn't have one center. This has two centers. There seems to be a peak right between age 20 to 25, and there looks like there's another peak at around age 80 to 84. So my age is somewhere in this vicinity, and I am at low risk for being diagnosed with lymphoma. So that's actually comforting. So just the end of this story is that I don't have any cancer. I just hurt myself doing obliques. But I know a lot about cancer now. So how do you actually graph a histogram? Well, I'm going to use the housing data that we used before, and these are data. This is data from Spokane, so I'm looking at housing prices. Here it's ggplot data, and the same as before, aesthetics, AES, X equals price, because there's only one variable I'm looking at. I'm looking at price. I could put something else there. We'll look at two things so we can see the difference. But I need to add this plus geom underscore histogram with empty parentheses. And I'm going to ask you also to put this geom v line, this business here. And I got feedback already from you guys to scroll over so you can see the whole thing. So if you type this in, you'll see the mean graphed also. The mean is not necessarily going to be the same place as what we would think is the center, the eyeball center. So what I get if I hit Control Enter for this guy is I get this picture right here. And what it shows me is that housing prices in Spokane, there's very few expensive homes. That's those dots that we saw just that were off the plots. And this is probably an error. This is, it says 0. It probably had, that data is probably not, it's implausible, right? You don't have a 0 priced house. So that's probably an error in my data. The mean is right below between, I would say, 25,000 to 50,000, 250,000 to 500,000 right here. That's the, and you see this spike here? This is the most frequent price that's given. So you can kind of see that from the this is my eyeball analysis. I also see that this is skewed towards the left. So there's very few expensive homes in Spokane. It's a working class town. It's not a town that is making the money of the town that I live in now, which is Randolph, New Jersey, where most people in Randolph, I think the median income in Randolph, New Jersey is 90,000. So you're going to get more expensive homes in the neighborhood that I have, that I live in now. So this is how you make the histogram. You're also asked to make labels on the histogram. I'm going to refer you to your art tutorial sheet on Blackboard that Major Adams has prepared for you to put those labels in. They're not hard, but that's just how to do it. All right? Good luck.